My dear students, now there is a competition, global competition. And naturally, when there is a competition in business, consumer would like to go for a better quality and a low price. Keeping that in mind, so different companies in different industries and in different countries were developing different management approaches, different management thoughts. Germany focused on hiring PhDs. Japanese, remember, they learned quality control methods and quality control management culture. And a culture which will produce satisfaction to the customer. Here is an example which became a worldwide acceptable example. So this example is not coming from theory. This example is coming from practice. See, that's where the combination and collaboration of theory and practice comes. So a management thought could be evolved through practice. And this is one example. Toyota, the father and the son, established their factory in 1937. Second World War really destroyed many industries in Japan. Economic efficiency, economic quality, and the manufacturing quality was also poor. As we learned, they brought in the management scholars like Edward Deming and Joseph Joran. Toyota, they thought that since Japan has no material of its own, steel is coming from outside, leather is coming from outside, rubber is coming from outside, every material which is required to manufacture an automobile, for example, or even a TV, electronic system, cameras, all the material is coming from outside Japan. So, let's not waste money to build a mass production system. Let's not build a factory where there will be manufacturing fault. Let's try to bring in a system where there should be less manufacturing waste. For example, they introduced a card system known as Kanban. Remember, already there was a management idea which was floated by the Japanese companies of Kaizen. Kaizen, continuous improvement. What you did today, better do it tomorrow. What you will do tomorrow, what you will do next week, better plan to do it better the week after. So, on a continuous improvement or continual improvement, here comes a different tool, different idea, Kanban. What is Kanban? It is a signal in the assembly line. Remember, it's an automobile industry. In the assembly line, a card is introduced when the components are required. So there is no shouting and no signaling. These card systems on the assembly line would only call the component, and remember, in automobile there are hundreds of components. So a system of discipline and a system of control by using the Kanban system is being introduced. What does that mean? Father and the son, Mr. Father Toyoda and Mr. Son Toyoda, which became Toyota as an industry. They emphasized, number one, on precision. Number two, they emphasize on avoiding waste. Waste of time, बल्कि waste का तो मुझे कहने दीजिए, पूरा एक सिस्टम उन्होंने डेवलप किया जिसको वो कहते हैं मूडास, वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, वेस्ट ऑफ एनर्जी, waste of work, waste of material, nothing should be there. And their chief executive and chief engineer also developed a system which is called a Toyota production system, TPS. And this Toyota production system is so efficient that the other automobile companies, and especially Americans, where Japanese cars were going and getting a larger market share, they were trying to find out what is this Toyota production system. It's a wasteless manufacturing, zero defect. And Toyota also stressed the importance of finding the fundamental source of production problems. That's where they developed Toyota production system. That's how the practice brought in those systems which are based on quality, which are based on less waste of manufacturing, which are based on efficiency. That is where Japanese and the Japanese products and the Japanese companies were being known all over the world. Toyota, Mitsubishi, Kasira in the material science, they were the name people start looking. Sony in the electronic industry. Remember, in the 80s, were having the largest market share.